Hello everyone, and welcome to the semifinals of the PGBL, the Pokemon Global Battle League. But for this video, I'm gonna call it the Pokemon Global Battle League Western Conference Championship. It sounds cooler that way. I probably won't put that in the title, but I mean that's technically what it is. We are here after last week's victory. Obviously, if there was no PGBL this week, then obviously that meant we lost last week. But we're moving on to the semifinals. There are only 4 teams left in the PGBL. I am, of course, the 1 seed Texas Rangers taking on the South Texas Sableyes 2 seed, coached by In Vivid Color. He actually had a very impressive win against Elo, the 3 seed, winning 5-0. So he definitely differential was really in Josh's favor. So this proves how good he is as a player, and his team's very scary as well. So. Before we get started, of course, you guys go check out his video and his channel. Very cool dude. He streams very often. Shiny Hunter, if you're into that. I stopped by, of course, too. He actually lives in my area, so there's that. But yeah. Anyways, of course, we're here at the semifinals. The winner does move on to the finals, and of course, will be crowned the PGBL Western Conference champion. Whoever comes out of this game. I'm a bit nervous, but of course, I have to. I don't want this to sound like cocky or anything, but I have to expect to win. I do expect to win. I can't just hope to win, otherwise that's not, great teams don't hope to win, they expect to win. But then again, it's Pokemon, so it doesn't really matter, but you get my point. Anyways, let's go ahead and jump into the team builder. You can actually see the whole team early just for the start, because I have to explain what they're going to do. And because I wanted to change the dimensions. I'll work on it for next time so I can look better. But anyways, leading the way, of course, is the MVP, who actually really isn't the MVP of the season so far. I mean, he could be, just by the way it does, not necessarily its kills. But we got Mega Pinsir, of course, running a standard 252-4. This nothing really much to explain. It's more about calcs. I am running. But my bad. We do have to point on his team on the right side of the screen. It'll pretty much be there up until I do calcs. So. There's that, but as you can see, his team is a little bit different than when we faced him last time. The main difference, and actually it's a huge difference, that he swapped out his Heliolisk and his Celebi for the Jirachi and Rotom Fan. So he was able to get a low pick Rotom Fan, drop 2 of his high UU picks, and then get an OU pick, and then on a low pick. So pretty good turnout for him. Jirachi's just a whole nother element to his team that makes it a lot more strong. He's got a Fairy Dragon Steel Core in that now, so that's something to look out for. But I do think I know what he's going to bring this week. I know I said that when we faced off in week 5, but he actually did beat us week 5. We are 1-1 facing each other. So this is the rubber match, and of course the rubber match means everything now because the winner goes to the finals. So, he won, but with Magmortar, which still really threw me off guard initially. But now that I know he might bring something like that, I am going to be a bit more aware. Miss Magius is something that did a lot of work last week, so I could see him doing it again this week, but we don't know. The 6 I do expect to show up are Mega Swampert, the Pelipper, the Kingdra. He didn't bring it last time, but I do think he will bring it this time, even though I have Tapu Fini, which is pretty much a hard wall. The Clefable, so he's got Rain, Pelipper, Swampert, Kingdra, the Clefable, the Garchomp, and the Jirachi. I do think he will bring those 6. I don't see. I can see Rotom Fan coming as well, like a Scarf Rotom Fan to check Pinsir, but I really don't expect that to be a thing. If it is, I'll be ready for it. But those are the 6 I do expect. I think Jirachi will come through for his team if he wants to bring it. So I hope he does. So let's go ahead and focus on my team now. So of course Mega Pinsir is the lead. Of course standard sets here. I am running Thrash because I don't really know what else to run. Swords Dance is a waste when Clefable is unaware, which is going to be unaware again. It's a fact. And I can't really set up on anything at all except Chestnut, but Chestnut's not coming. So. And if it does, I have a whole bunch of checks to it, so it won't do anything. So I'm not really worried about Chestnut. Miss Magius is sort of a threat. That is why I'm running max speed, because we do speed tie base 105. So I have to run max speed. I could run Adamant just because I don't want to risk that, but I'm just gonna run Jolly. It's just safer for me, in case I do have to win a speed tie at some point, which might be an issue. But yeah, pretty standard. Thrash does a crap ton of damage. I can tell by this calc here. Thrash is actually a very good shot to hit the Garchomp, as you can tell, max defense, max HP. Although I do know from last time he was running 204 HP with, I believe, 52 speed to outrun timid Magearna at 129 when Magearna's at 128. So I do expect him to run the same set. If he's offensive, obviously, then he'll have no bulk, and Thrash will do a crap ton of damage. And yeah, it's good to have that. I just think that Thrash will do a lot more damage for me. As you can tell here in Clefable, it's almost a guaranteed one-shot. It's 37.5% chance, so if it's a little bit chipped off, then of course Thrash will knock it out. Return does a lot in its own, so like you can't wish up on this, but in case I have to kill it in one shot, guaranteed, you know, Thrash is able to pick up some slack and do some damage, of course. So that is the reason why I'm running Thrash, and it's just a powerful move. He does get double edge, but if I run double edge, I can't run quick attack, which is really bad. So because I believe it's from Gen 1, a red and yellow, red blue yellow transfer move. So that's the reasoning behind that. Next Pokemon, I believe, is all the Calcs for Pinsir, I believe. Yeah, that's all the Calcs for Pinsir. So get rid of these two tabs. But next mon, as you can see, we have Tapu Fini, Tapu Tiki, who is a very, very good like defensive MVP, I'd say, in my team. It's just a hard wall to Kingdra. It checks Swampert as long as he doesn't have Power Up Punch, but that's what he's been choosing to run each week. So he's not running Rain Dance Swampert, he's running Power Up Punch, which is good on him. So his Swampert actually could 1v1 me if assuming I don't have a boost. So that's kind of scary. I'm running a bit of an odd set. I think Taunt Default Calm Mind's a very good set. Just because I don't need a Fairy Stab. If I Calm Mind like once or twice, Garchomp can't touch me. Garchomp, I believe, carried Earthquake, Crunch, Dragon Tail, and I think Stealth Rock last time. So I don't see him running Poison Jab at all. I don't think he has room for it. It's surprising he didn't have Rock Slide last time either, but he didn't. So Taunt, of course, is able to check. I can 1v1 Clefable pretty much with that, because even if he Moonblast me and like I get special attack drops, then he won't matter because he's gonna be unaware anyway. So I can 1v1 Clefable with ease as long as I taunt it and deal with it and stuff like that. I do think if Clefable's gone and I have like this against Kingdra, I could probably get a Calm Mind up or two and start doing some heavy damage with this Tapu Fini. So this is something of a late game sweeper that could end up, you know, doing a lot of work. So I do like Tapu Fini here, and of course looking at this calc, Jirachi does like little damage with Thunder Punch. This is a neutral Thunder Punch. I mean, like with neutral, like, you know, stats, no boost or anything like that. As you can tell, it's, you know, not even a 4-shot, so it's pretty good damage. Pretty like bad damage. Like Surf does more to him, and it's not even super effective. So, and of course I do get like a +1 boost, not +2, but like a +1 boost. It's doing more damage, and of course +2 it gets more. So I do like that, in that, you know, it can set up on Jirachi, especially if I have Surge up, Misty Surge, because Misty Terrain up, because he can't paralyze me or status me at all. So that is something to keep in mind. If I have to make sure I set up with a full 5 turns of Terrain, so he can't Toxic me or anything like that. So yeah, that's the reason why I bring in Fini. Of course, it checks Kingdra. I mean, it counters Kingdra essentially, and it does a lot of work to his team if I can call mine up or two. So hopefully, he can do some work. And now we're moving on to the more unconventional side of the team, where, you know, these rely on just what he brings. And I do think these last 4 will be the key to winning. I think these first 2 will be the key to like cleaning, but these first 4 will be the key to doing heavy damage. So we have Protein for the first time all season. I am bringing Sheer Force Life Orb. I don't remember if I brought it against, I think, Cleffa, but this is the first time I'm running like a non-Assault Vest Conkeldurr, and I have a good reason to, because this thing does a crap ton of work. It does so much damage to his team. This is probably going to be my lead if he does not bring the Mismagius, and the reason why is because he loves to lead Pelipper or the Clefable, at least against me, or most of everyone else. He's been leading Mismagius as of late, but I'm not sure if he would risk that in this game. He could, because it's pretty fast. Speed Tie's my fastest mon on the team, so he could do that. But if he does, you know, so be it. But anyways, I mean, it does a lot of work. Sheer Force Life Orb makes it hit so hard. Jirachi has a very good chance to die to Fire Punch, but this is a more important calc here. Poison Jab is a guaranteed one-shot on his Clefable that he runs. He didn't run this much defense last time. He ran full Spadef, but if he were to run like even if we were to run max defense, it's still doing so much damage. And of course, I am EV to outrun Clefable. He's got 80, I got 87 speed, so I am EV to outspeed Clefable. I'm also EV to outspeed a Pelipper with no speed whatsoever. So, and given from last time, he ran the standard defensive Pelipper, which ran, I believe, like, yeah, 196 defense and 64 speed def. So he ran that standard set last week, no speed. So of course I do give a little bit of wiggle room in case he wants to dump the last 4 in speed. So that's why I ran that. Thunder Punch, of course, easily knocks it out because 4 times effective, and of course the Sheer Force adds more damage because of the secondary effects. That's what Sheer Force does here. And of course Life Orb, I take no Life Orb recoil because I don't know the exact reasoning behind that, but it nullifies the effects of like because like I don't know the math behind it. Like, I don't know like the reasoning behind it, but it just because Life Orb is a secondary effect and it ignores it, so that's why it doesn't take damage. So there's that. Ice Punch, of course, is guaranteed to one-shot the Garchomp, as you can tell by this calc here. This is like a max defense Garchomp if we were to bring it, but we already know last time he was going to bring 204. But it's still one-shots, no doubt in my mind. And, of course, he was running max attack, like a speedy nature. Then, of course, Earthquake still doesn't do that much. It has a good chance to two-shot, but I know I can stay in and live a shot. I can also live a Tech Rage guaranteed, which is also very good in case he does bring Tech Rage to like deal with Magearna and ensure a one-shot in case I am running Shuka Berry once again. So that is something I am going to keep in mind as we go on to the battle. But I do think it will be Rocky Helmet again just to check Pinsir, but we'll see. And yeah, next Mon, we have no more calcs here. Oh, one more calc here, yeah. And then Miss Magius. I'm not running knockoff, as you can see. I'm running Fire Punch for the Jirachi and the Fortress. I don't need knockoff because Thunder Punch / Ice Punch / Fire Punch would all do the same amount of damage. Obviously, a very good chance to one shot. It's over half, but I'll take it. The easiest move to spam would be Ice Punch, just because he does have Thunder immunities, and of course he's got Rain. So Ice Punch would be the most spammable if I were to click it, and of course resist poison. But yeah, it does a lot of damage. Sheer Force, Life Orb, Adamant, so much damage. I look forward to seeing it do some work. So yeah, that's Protein. I do think it can do some work. So now we have Flubber, who is making her first appearance in this rivalry, the Texas rivalry. But we are running Trick Room, and this was a strat I did not want to reveal week 5. Unfortunately, it was kind of like teased last week because Elo brought Trick Room Gengar, but Gengar's too fast to make it effective. It works to slow down the speed, but like reverse the speed control. But I actually have sweepers that can benefit in Trick Room, so that's the whole idea here. His team is very weak to Trick Room. Like, the key to this matchup is speed control and keeping offense up, and my team does both. So, this is also another potential lead against him. It just depends on what he brings. Like, if I see Miss Magius, I am not leading this at all. I will never even consider it. And if I do, I might like throw him off by staying in, like side shocking, one shotting, but whatever. Trick Room can set up on stuff like Pelipper, Fortress, Clefable, Kingdra if it's on -2, or like, without Rain, Magmortar. I can, he can even do it on Garchomp if he brings Crunch. It doesn't matter. I can set up on anything. It's just the reverse Trick Room. I mean, just to reverse the speed control. I outspeed everything on his team with this thing, including his Fortress, I believe. Although I think it should be running a little bit less IVs, but I'm pretty sure he's going to be running. I doubt he's going to run min speed like Fortress with like 0 speed IVs, so that's why I'm not running like the min speed. And yeah, I mean, Side Shock and Shadow Ball, I hit pretty much everything I needed to. I did consider like a hidden power, and I also considered Regenerator. Now I can keep swapping back in and getting HP at Trick Room like more than once. But I do think Life Orb, Magic Guard would be nice. Just throw him off guard. Maybe he might not expect it to be like Life Orb. Maybe he might expect it to do like if he's doing a calc, then he might get caught off guard by it. So there's that. Recover is just nice to get HP back in case like I have to recover like on Draco from Kingdra. That could be an option for me. And yeah, I mean, Side Shock and Shadow Ball hit everything. I did consider HP Electric or HP Ice, but I don't really see that being an issue. I think Recover will do just fine. I'm not sure yet, but yeah. The calcs here, as you can tell, Side Shock does a very good chance to one-shot Swampert, so that's why I'm not running Energy Ball. If I can Trick Room on this thing, that'd be ideal, obviously. But of course, the biggest factor is going to be if he flinches me. So, but if Rain isn't up, obviously his play will be Earthquake, and I can Trick Room up on that easily. So, even if Reuniclus doesn't do as much damage as it should, it's just there to get this Trick Room up. That's its main goal. So yeah, another calc here. Miss Magius is guaranteed to die from a Side Shock, and even if you run some like weird HP bulk, I'm still in good shape to one-shot it. So that's pretty good. That's why Side Shock is helpful. It sucks against stuff like Garchomp that have better defense, but Side Shock's better for that, and Clefable, because Clefable is two-shotted by Side Shock comfortably, so he can't Wish Protect either. He did bring Protect last time, which I did not even remember, but maybe he might not have room for it this week. He might try to run Rocks and Clefable this week. So, because last time he ran Moonblast, Hidden Power something, Wish Protect. I don't remember the Hidden Power at all. It may have been Fire, but that wouldn't make sense because he has Flamethrower anyway. So, I don't remember at all. So, I guess we'll find out in this game. I hope not to, but that's the way it is. But yeah, Flubber is very important to this matchup, just because Trick Room's is very important, very very important. And I did consider running Acid Armor, Calm Mind. That could also do that can sweep his team. Acid Armor, Calm Mind, Stored Power, Recover, that can sweep. Or Side Shock, I guess. It doesn't get Stored Power, my bad. But yeah, that can sweep. That can sweep his team. But I can't risk that. It's just too, I need Trick Room. That's why I need Trick Room for my next 2 mons. So that's why I'm running Trick Room. I would consider it that set, but It's just really risky. I'm not sure if I can pull it off, but I do think this set will be more effective for me, just the way I play as well. Next, we have Magirna, who is also in the running for the MVP of the Texas Rangers, and even in the whole league, essentially. So, of course, this pawn actually gets Trick Room, for those of you who don't know. It's very common in OU. It's not as common as like Shift Gear or Calm Mind, but it's a very effective set on Trick Room teams. Like, I think all Trick Room teams run Magirna. And I'm not sure if Josh knows he gets Trick Room, so that's something I hope to throw him off with. Magirna is still a relatively new Pokemon, maybe. I don't think he plays a lot of OU at all, so, like he knows how to play. This guy's good. He can play really well, but he might not expect this to have Trick Room. But if he does some searching in the middle of the battle, he will find out it does learn Trick Room, so... I do expect this to be an effective lead as well, mainly because it could take on Pelipper, it could take on Clefable, and then of course Z Flirt Cannon can just nuke anything. There is no switching. He has no resist. I mean, he has Fortress, but for those of you smart Alex, I want to comment, oh, well, Fortress is resist. This is not a resist. This is Z Flirt Cannon. It does more to Fortress than it does to Spidef Clefable. So Fortress is not a resist. Just because it's a resistance doesn't mean it actually takes it well. So this is a very, very powerful move that can pretty much kill anything that doesn't resist it. Like, Magmortar is his best switch in because it walls me to an extent without a boost. So, ideally, if I were to catch this with Pelipper, ideally I want to lead with Conkeldurr and catch him off and kill him with Thunder Punch because I'm not sure if he'll expect me to be faster, especially if he sees a Trick Room like option to my team. But obviously this thing's a nuke. I don't expect this to last very long. I expect it just to nuke something. And that's it. Like, that's his only goal is to nuke something and get up Trick Room and nuke, and that's it. Get out of there. Obviously, I need to preserve it to keep Trick Room from going away. But if it goes down early, and I take away like 2 mines, I'll take it. Shadow Ball, of course, is for Jirachi. Hits Fortress very hard as well, so it will die to a Z Flare Cannon plus Shadow Ball. Same with the Clefable. It should be in range of a Twinkle Tackle plus an Energy Ball. So, and I could click Flare Cannon in if I have to, but I'm not worried about it. So, yeah, I do think Magirna is going to be helpful. 2 Trick Room Mons, just to, benefit some of my slower Mons, in the back. So, there's that. So, final Mon for this Western Conference roster. We do have Denise making her start. Bit of a different set than last time. It is a special set, but it's mixed this week. Well, it was mixed last time, too, because I ran Naughty Nature, but I'm running Quiet this week. And the only reason why is because I do not want to test my luck against Swampert. I do not want to miss a Power Whip. Now, Adamant, Brave Power Whip would be more effective because it one-shots Kingdra as well. But I can't risk it. I just cannot risk it. We've gone this far. I don't want a playoff loss to go because I missed a Power Whip or something. So I won't risk it. I'm running Energy Ball, Shadow Ball. Just hits Jirachi, hits the Swampert, hits pretty much everything I can. Hits everything neutrally, of course. I do think he might think Garchomp would be a safe switch in for this. So if you were to come in like on a Shadow Ball, I can HP Ice afterwards and surprise kill it. So that is something. I did consider HP Electric because Pelipper might want to come in too, but Pelipper dies to 2 Shadow Balls, so that's not going to be an option. I'm not, for him. And he'll find out about that as well. And of course, Heavy Slam is a guaranteed one-shot on Clefable. I mean, it's almost guaranteed. And this is with Bold Max Defense, but we know he's not going to run that. He's going to be running maybe the standard 64 Calm. And as you can tell, with no attack investment whatsoever, only 4 EVs, running Quiet Nature, which lower speed, obviously. Heavy Slam does a crap ton of damage, so don't have to worry about Clefable coming on this in case he thinks he's safe. But last time, I did run a special set, so he could expect that to be a thing if he tried to bring it in, but it is not a switch. And of course, Rotom Fan, this is a calc from earlier, but if Rotom Fan does show up, it dies to Twinkle Tackle. That's just another calc there, but yeah, this is the team, guys. This is the Texas Rangers lineup for the Western Conference Championship. No matter what happens, it's been a very fun season. I wish Josh the best of luck, obviously. Not too much luck, though, because then, he might hacks me. But, it's been fun. I'm really confident in this team and what it can do. Of course, the game plan, as I said before, is to have my Trick Room abusers. And the best thing about Conkeldurr, side note as well, Conkeldurr outspeeds stuff like Clefable and Pelipper, but it can outspeed stuff like Swampert and Kingdra inside a Trick Room. So that's something to keep in mind as well. Although it can't necessarily kill those guys, but it can definitely put them in range of a potential quick attack or return, of course, outside of a Trick Room. But that's the whole idea, essentially. Protein can operate in both modes, and of course, that's the whole goal here. So I do love the team, the way it's built. I don't think I have any questions about the team whatsoever. It's just about executing. And yeah, guys, I'll see you guys in the battle.
Welcome everybody to the PGBL semifinals, but for today I'm calling it the Pokemon Global Battle League Western Conference Championship game. I am Randy, your course, your coach of the currently 10-1 Texas Rangers, including playoff games. We are facing the number 2 seed, the 8-3 South Texas Sableyes, coached by Josh, otherwise known as In Vivid Color on YouTube. Make sure you guys go check out his channel and his battle video. All I gotta say is we faced twice in the regular season, in case you guys did not watch Team Builder. But you probably would have missed this. But I'm probably going to skip to this part rather than a battle, just so you guys can hear this. But it's going to be a very intense matchup here. We both have probably some of the more well-built teams in the league. You know, his team is just really destructive. He's had, I think, like 4 or 5 games over a 4-0 differential, which is crazy. He's had, like, I know he's had 1 6-0. I think he's had like 2 or 3 5-0s. I'm not sure. I know he 4-0'd me, so I know that. Whereas we haven't had a game more than 3-0 all season long. So our games have been close. Even if some of them didn't appear close, the differential was kept at, like, you know, very close. So it's been a very fun season. So no matter what happens, I'm gonna have a lot of fun. But I do feel confident, hoping that my team puts in the work. Of course, the game plan is to chip with Trick Room and then sweep with Pinsir or Feeney. But the problem is Pinsir can't really do work in rain, so we have to get rid of his stuff. Yeah, thanks. Alright, but anyways, it's going to be very intense. Hopefully we come up with a dub, but like I said, make sure you guys go check out his video, of course, and his battle. If he does defeat me, then of course I'll be rooting for him, because then I can say I lost to the guy who won the whole thing. But those guys in the East that are playing, Chabri and Charizard, those guys are pretty good battlers. You know, we were able to beat them both in the regular season, but if we were to rematch, it'd be very, very difficult. Rematches are just so much more difficult. Of course, I think I had the advantage going into this game, because I feel like the one who lost the most recent time has the advantage going into the next match, because they have, you know, the power to like change your team a lot, whereas the one who won may feel confident bringing something similar than last time. So it's just a little thing. I mean, it's just very hard to beat a person twice in a league. It's very difficult. That I feel. This is my opinion. People might disagree. I'm not the greatest draft expert. I do love playing this format, like draft format. It's a lot of fun. It can be stressful, but like I don't take that long to team build. Like my prep going into these games, they're not long whatsoever. Like I'll build the team all in one day. I'll look at it, like while I'm doing other stuff, I'll like open a tab and look at it, and then if I see something like interesting, I'll like change it. But like I don't spend more than like a total of hour of total time building. So here we see the same team he brought last time, except he swapped Garchomp for Jirachi, which is fantastic. He did bring Magmortar again, which is very interesting. I think I want to lead Conkeldurr, because, like I said, this is my anti-lead. There's no way on this planet he leads Swampert. My problem is if he leads Pelipper and switches out into Swampert, predicting a Thunder Punch, that could be an issue right off the bat. I could lead Feeney as well, because it could deal with Pelipper somewhat. I mean, Pelipper can't touch it. I can probably Calm Mind as well, which is something to keep in mind. Feeney's probably safer too, I'd say. Wow, no, Garchomp's pretty good for me. Helps Pinsir out a bit. I could lead Pinsir too, but that's kind of crazy. I think Conk is still fine. Just going hard pert would kind of screw me, but Feeney isn't that important now that I see he has no Kingdra. It still checks Magmortar if he doesn't. I mean, he's gonna have his E move maybe, but I could maybe see a Scarf. So now here we go. Good, have fun. Here we go, guys. The Western Conference Championship. It sounds cooler in the semifinals. But if people don't know, like, usually conference games go before a final. So, you know, and I'll call the Pokemon Global Battle League World Championship next week, whoever is in it. So, but we'll see what happens here. He does lead level 11, which is the Jirachi. Fine by me. Not really, though, because he can Zen Headbutt me. But I do expect a U-turn, honestly. But something I can't really risk, in all honesty. I mean, I could. How much do I take from a U-turn? I never calced this. I mean, I did earlier, but I'm not sure if I'm willing to risk it now. Because obviously it comes down to the... It's going to come down to the flinch. But the question is, what he has that headbutt? It would be Iron Head, Thunder Punch, U-turn. I might Fire Punch here, but I kind of need this. I'm just going to Fire Punch and see where that takes me. He does have Zen Headbutt, so I think I made a mistake already. Doesn't kill. I do get flinch, unfortunately, but that's fine. So I'll just go into my Flubber here and go for Trick Room immediately. So a bit of a misplay on my part, but I figured he might not need Zen Headbutt. Okay, that does a lot of damage, but he's definitely Scarf. He has to be, so I'll Trick Room right here. And he doesn't have a good answer right now. Fairy Tail. Okay, so we know we two-shot this if he's Spadef. So I'm going to Side Shock no matter what. He doesn't have a real switch in. That's the play. I'm Side Shocking. So HP Ice was a bit of a bad decision now. Look at it. He could T-Wave. He's been running T-Wave recently. He's probably just going to Wish, though. Maybe Clef. I mean, Feeny was a play, but we know Feeny's going to be... So that looks to be Spadef as he did last time. He does Rocks here, which is fantastic. I will take that, man. But he understands that Clefable isn't fantastic here either because, well, Hydreigon's not here. But we do get this thing pretty much killed. Fortress pretty much eats this, but I think it dies to a Shadow Ball after. Let me check this out real quick. I got to make sure I'm in on the right mon before I go for, just going to raid here. All right. Ooh, he's going to eat this really well, but that's fine. Eat that really well. Alright. Because Feeny could defog rather easily. I just wish I hadn't taken that shot with Conkeldurr. That could come back to bite me. But, I think I'm going to injure this for the, I'm going to injure this for the Pinsir. That's my play here. He can't touch me. He can Toxic, but I'm Magic Guard, so not a big deal. Damn, that's going to come back to bite me. I know it. But Conkeldurr still does work. But he only does work outside of Trick Room because he's faster than Clef and the Pelipper. So that's a misplay on my part. But oh, it's okay. He could be afraid of HP Fire. That's the thing. I do regret not having Recover now, especially since he didn't bring Garchomp, but... Just Spike up here, that's fine. As long as I defog, we're good. Matter of fact, I don't want to go Harfini either, because that'd be kind of a misplay. They eat that rather well. I think I'm free to just go for it again. Let's see how many Trick Room turns we have left. We have one more. If I kill it, he brings in what to kill me? Nothing. Nothing can kill me. Nothing kills me. Does Volt Switch. Doesn't have a Shadow Ball. I should have just Side Shock. That was kind of a misplay on my part, but... He can't kill me with anything except Hurt, which is something to note. And this is Life Orb Shadow Ball, too. But he could go Clef. Yeah, smart play. Smart play on his part. So now I'm going Harfini, no matter what. I gotta go Harfini here. But part of me feels like it's not a good play because he can Wish. Now I'm gonna kill this. I don't think I have any other play. I gotta kill this. Stealth Rock. I gotta kill this thing, I think. I think that Conkeldurr plays might cost me a lot more than I think it will. Because now Magmortar looks kind of scary. Because like Flubber is the only other Trick Room setter, and she's already injured. I may have blown this one, to be honest. I should have kept Recover on. That's a big prep on my part, like just a bad play. He does T-Wave. Surprise, not really surprised there. This does benefit me with Trick Room, but I need to hit this. I need to land this. I knew I should have went Feeny. I do connect, I do kill it. Okay. So that's good. Clefable's down. But like I said, nothing comes in and kills me. He won't go Pert because Energy Ball is just, you know, it's a thing. It's always a thing. U-turn's his best move to hit me with. I might have to sack Conkeldurr here. I don't think it's a bad play either because, but I couldn't use this for Trick Room. I mean, I could, you know, use that thing. He's gonna U-turn. But would I want to take this hit though? I'm gonna try to Trick Room. I'm gonna try Trick Room here. The Iron Heads. Crit. Get flinched. Not surprised there. So Flubber is down, essentially. Don't like where I'm at. But I can go into Feeny and Defog here easily. Well, I say that, but it might not be easy. But I'll max defense, so I'm okay with this. I am a bit worried, though, because Magirna's going to be the one that's the Trick Room now, obviously. I am a bit worried. Because letting Conk take that. I knew I should have went hard with Uniclus. That was my bad. I got a little aggressive there. So I'll defog here. Ironheads again. He's going for the flinches. That's kind of nasty. You can flinch once. I'm not liking this so far. Feeny's important. Well, not as important, but I just need a defog. I don't like this. I don't like the situation I'm in right now because he's going to keep doing it. He's going to keep trying to go for the flinch. I don't like this at all. Maybe I should have went Delmize instead, but I don't like this at all. This isn't good, guys. I need to get one defog on. Come on, Feeny. You got this. You got it. I believe. Come on, Thicky. I believe in you, man. I believe in you. I believe. I'm getting hacks here. I'm trying to keep my composure. He just clicked it instantly. Come on, Thicky. One defog. Let's go. Okay. Yeah, I think this might be the game, honestly. Like, to be completely honest, because I can't do anything. I can't. It's over. I think this game's over. Your Rangers are going to get out right here in semifinals. I think this is it right here. Because Pinsir is going to be 4 times weak. Ironhead does a lot. I have to go Magirna and hope I get the Trick Room off. That's my only play now at this point. He flinched my Feeny down, which isn't surprising to me at all. I knew I should have went hard Feeny when I had Trick Room. That was my misplay. But I have to get Trick Room up now. Only play. This is going to hurt, too. This is still going to hurt. He's going to flinch me down. Okay. Another flinch there. I had no other play, because, like, nothing else can come in. This man, dude. And you know the funny part is, I drafted Jirachi with my first round pick. There we go, Magirna. There we go. All right. There we go. That's more like it. That's more like you. All right, so I got to injure this thing right now. Shadow Ball. Here we go. Take that. All right, so I'll bring in Conk now, I think. Can't go Pinsir because he could be, he could not be Choice Scarf. That's always a possibility. Denise is walled by Pelipper. But I could go into Conk first. But now Pert wins, I think. That's the problem. If I go... I have to go Conk first. But if I go Conk, then Pelipper can outspeed me. Which is an issue. I think I have to go Denise. The only problem is he just has to stall Trick Room, and that's the game. That's all he has to do. That's his only way. That's his only way. That's the only way he's won. So I think he's already won this game, but unless I can do enough damage for a Pinsir can come in and clean up. I got a shadow ball here, of course. If he sacks this, huge misplay, but he doesn't need it necessarily. I'm really upset that I didn't get my defog off, because I think his game's over. But there's still a chance. I knew I should have kept Jirachi, even if it was like I should have kept it more of just to not let anyone else use it. Let's go Lotus here. I need this to 2-hit. I need this plus Energy Ball to 2-hit, which I think it could. That does it on its own. So we have 2 more turns. Not ideal. I wish I had Mach Punch now. Oh, Lindo. Alright, Energy Ball here. This game's over. It's going to come down to Pinsir not getting hacks, I think. But Pert's still around. I think this game's just about over. Not going to lie. This misplay was not going hard Feeny. That was my misplay all along. But I think Pert wins this no matter what now, because I can't kill Pert without Trick Room, and Trick Room's up. So this game's done, I think. I'm just going to play it out and see what happens, though. Maybe he can choke or something, but I think this game's more than over. Oh man, that sucks though. Like, I hate getting, like, that sucks that I have to like lose that way. Just going to Raid Sacks it. Good play. Although I didn't go for a Shadow Ball, which kind of sucks. I should have Shadow Balled because it wasn't a kill anyway. So now I waste an extra turn of Trick Room. And now he can bring in Pert, which is really scary. After this. Like, I might Energy Ball again, but that's not a good play. I could. I'm going for it in case he Volt Switches. He does Spike again. Okay, so that's game. I think it's game. Yeah, I should steal it. Oh man, I'm so upset, but at the same time, I'm kind of happy to be done with the league now. Now I don't have to worry about this anymore. But it sucks that we had to lose that way, and it wasn't even all hacks either. His hazard stacking was impressive. It sucks he had to rely on flinching to get the hazards to prevent it from getting defogged. That's what's unfortunate about it. But I mean, what can you do, guys? I mean, it's part of the game. It's RNG. Like I said, this game is 100% over now because Pert will be able to come in and just sweep at this point. But damn, man, that sucks. Jirachi was my pickup round 1. It was my round 1 pick. That was the funniest part about this all. But I think it's, yeah. I mean, there's nothing I can do now because he just flinched me. He flinched me Uniclus and all that stuff. Yeah, that was the misplay. It's unfortunate how it ends, but what can you do, right? I'll just sack this here. But this game's 100% over. Like, he would need to, like, something horrible would have to happen. I'll go Protein first. And Ice Punch, because Ice Punch will kill. But do I live hazards now? Because 2 layers of spikes? I don't think I live hazards. Oh, no, I do. Alright. Ice Punch should kill. I'm just gonna Ice Punch. In case he wants to go hard Pert. But you went Jirachi. Yeah, that was a kind of a play I could have made. Thunder Punch would have killed it too. That was my bad. Yeah, good game. No Mach Punch. Not that it matters, but yeah. That's game, man. I got destroyed here in the Western Conference title game. Because of a Jirachi. That's funny. That's so ironic too. But yeah, I mean, it was a fun season, I must say. Best of luck to him in the finals, of course. I'm rooting for him now because interstate, and he beat me, so I can say I lost to the champion. I do think he will win too. I mean, his team is just like really busted. I could have beat it, but I just misplayed really badly, letting him hazard stack. I mean, Jirachi had a huge part in it, just being able to flinch down my defogger and my other Trick Room setter. He flinched down both Trick Room setters, essentially. That's all he did. So Trick Room was so important to win this game too, and unfortunately it had to end up this way. So, but I mean, it is what it is. I mean, I gotta click return, and then hope he like misses Ice Punch or Waterfall. Waterfall is the better play because it does more damage, I think. Don't quote me on that. I don't know the calc, but Yeah, I'll be back for season 2, guys. Strong. We'll be getting a good team, hopefully. And like I said, the easy way to prevent this super team from forming again is just being able to make us each have 12 mons. So that'll probably help a bit, I'd say. But good game to Josh. It was a well-played game, strategy on his part. Good luck to him in the finals, of course. But guys, your Rangers season has ended here. It's been a fun season, I must say. But you know, at the end of the day, you can't just not get flinched. We got flinched so badly, but he played well too. So that's it for me, guys. I will catch y'all next season. But we'll probably have like a video to like recap the season. But anyways, I hope y'all had fun. I'll be back next season or next week for a recap video maybe. But yeah, go Rangers.